All right, hope you're ready for this. I'm gonna fire this thing up. Whoa, 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 whoa. So it runs really good. So it's just got a really weird idle.
Dirt bike.
Yeah, so we've done some stuff to this bike off camera. We kind of got excited. Put the new Cycra Pro Light, Cycra Light, whatever it is, fender on here. Get it looking a little better. And we've got the tail light mocked up. So it's gonna looks a lot better than this. So yeah, that versus that, big difference.
Exhaust is on.
Yeah, the exhaust is on. Yeah, so today we're going to get this thing cleaned up. That's no good. But yeah, we're gonna tape all this stuff up. We're gonna cover this big hole with some duct tape and get it cleaned up and maybe go ahead and split it today. We've got a few other little things. More parts are still coming in. So first things first, we're gonna clean this thing up.
Dirt bike.
Thanks for that. Yeah, so yeah, we got it all cleaned up. We ended up hitting it with some etch, and it came out pretty clean. It doesn't even look like the same engine. So yeah, if you need a clean engine, go get you some etch. So now we're gonna take all these 8 mils off of the stator. We're gonna pull the sprocket off the counter shaft. We're gonna pull the water pump cover, the clutch cover, and see if we can't get these cases apart. We're gonna use a drill just to back these out. I will tell you, do not use a drill to put them back in, because even that little, like as soft as you can set a drill, just the speed at which a drill can put the screw in can cause you to fracture like the aluminum casting. So if you run this screw in too tight or too hard, that shock of where it sets will pop this out, or could pop one of these out. I mean, it's not a good idea to do that. So we're gonna drill them out, or not drill them out, but back them out with a drill, and then we'll put it all back together by hand. But let's see if we can get this thing split open. All right, so we got the engine cleaned up and stripped down a little bit. We're kind of as far as we can go until our flywheel puller comes in. We could take a chance of beating this thing and like hitting it and putting some screwdrivers and prying it or something, but we really don't want to damage the crank or the casing here, because this is an older bike and it's kind of hard to find some parts for these things. But yeah, it cleaned up really good. We flushed it out with some brake cleaner and some carb cleaner and just, you know, some cleaner, whatever we had laying around. Still a little bit of sediment in here. We're gonna go through it and clean it up a lot better once we get the crank out. But I mean, she got some play in her. So as soon as our flywheel puller comes in, we'll get that off and hopefully get this case split. We've kept all of our parts in this box here just for the engine. We still got a mess of parts over there, but this is all of our engine parts. We kept everything organized somewhat. And we did video some of this stuff just so that we know where things go. And we took some pictures, because you know, pictures are worth 1,000 words. We still got a little bit more time before Tyler's got to leave, so I think we may go ahead and kill some time by taking these off and putting some fresh swing arm graphics.
Bark busters on or something.
And yeah, maybe do the bark busters, because he's got bark busters. And
Start or something.
oh yeah, we've got this little hot start that's a lot smaller than the factory one. So
I don't think we can do the forks in an hour.
yeah, no, we're not gonna be able to get the forks done in an hour. But
Clean out the gas tank and stuff like that.
yeah, we still got plenty to do, so we're gonna get to it. All right, so yeah, we got the old graphics pulled off. Got all the glue off of it. You can still see the outline of the old Yamaha, but I think it'll get hidden pretty good behind the new graphic. Just heating this up a little bit so that the glue will stick to it real good. Once we got done cleaning it, hit it with a buffer so that it's nice and slick. Gives a nice slick surface for the new decal to stick to. If this was a newer bike and didn't have so much, you know, wear and tear on it, we probably wouldn't have to do that. I didn't have to do it on mine, but it's, you know, 20 years newer. So Go ahead and heat the graphic up a little bit, makes it more pliable. Because it is going to have to bend just a little bit right in this area. And we want to make sure it bends nicely. Okay. Get down here so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so it's going to lay right about there. So the main thing I want to make sure is I'm clearing that. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this back. Careful not to touch the sticky because you'll end up with fingerprints in it. This is something you don't really want to rush, but it doesn't have to go super fast. Just kind of work the bubbles out as you go. When we come back with the heat gun, it'll help squish all this down and make it look a lot better. Press down in the center, that way you can come back and work the bubbles out top to bottom, or from center, you know, from the center to the top, center to the bottom. All right, now I'll heat it up. This stuff's real thick or real slick on one side, so a lot of times what I'll do is take this as use it instead of my thumb. Keep from wearing my thumb skin off. Yeah, turned out pretty good. So now we just need to do the other side, and then our graphics will be done.
So this is gonna go here.
Hang on, where's the big one? Is the big stupid one over here? Yeah, so here's the big stupid one. All right, so we're trying to change this clutch to the hot start. What if we run it through here, Tyler? Run it through there and get the cable where it's, you know what I'm saying? Well, you might have to take that off there, you ding dong. Good thing you crammed it on there.
No, that's good.
So yeah, we're replacing this one. This is 4 foot long lever here. Yeah, stick it through there and see if it'll reach. It might not reach.
That puts an awful bend in it.
Let's go. Wonder if we can get on the other side of this.
We actually want less.
Oh, it's on that side of the engine, isn't it? So the problem is we just need it to.
Actually, we really need to come down here.
Yeah, what if we just do it like that?
Try it.
Yeah, so we're replacing this big 4 foot long lever hot start with this, or compression release, ain't it? This compression release, it's not a hot start.
Yeah,
hot start's on the carburetor.
Yeah, this bike has a compression release and then it's got a hot start and a cold start.
Yeah, so we'll put that there, and that looks way better than this thing here, sticking way up like a Yahoo. You could use this one for a stunt brake.
Or for a trash can leveler.
Yeah. All right. Here. So there's that. I think we may have to tap these. If this.
I don't think so. I think I had it tightened up a little bit or something.
Yeah, but there's no nuts on it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I had to get some nuts, some screws, and some nuts, which I think we got some in the parts box. I don't know if this is going to be long enough, but I got these. Are those longer than the ones you got?
Barely.
I wonder if it's long enough to get a nut on the back of it.
Hey. These aren't long enough yet.
So yeah, so we're gonna put some nuts in. We're gonna find some bolts and some screws for this, some nuts, whatever. Get that mounted up. We got the graphics done. I'm not 100% sure what our next thing is. Oh, we'll probably hard mount this tail light. Go ahead and get it screwed in, bolted up.
Wired.
So, yeah, and wired. We'll go ahead and wire it into the engine. So, cool. All right, guys. Tyler had to take off. His wife's, I think, fixing to go into labor. So, I'm gonna get this hot start or this compression release mounted up, and I'm gonna clean up the shop, and I think we're gonna call it a day. We'll get back to mounting this tail light next time, and splitting the rest of the engine down. So I got these holes drilled out. So now, hopefully, I'll be able to just get that put down there, like that. Get this bad boy on there. Throw some bolts in it. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Nice and slimline and tucked down real nice and neat. That's gonna work great. All right, guys, well, here's the progress we've made so far today. So, didn't really do a whole lot with the actual bike other than the compression release and the graphics, but we got this engine tore apart. Kinda. Got all our extra pieces in this box. And then the engine itself is here. So that flywheel puller should be in sometime this week. And pending Tyler's kid coming, hopefully we'll get back on it. So there it is, and hopefully it'll look different next time. Thanks for watching.